Okay. Okay, Siddharth, are you ready with the presentation?
Yes, sir, I'm ready.
All right. So Daneshwar, and Lakshman Siddharth are yet to join, but let us not waste time. You can start your presentation.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. It's a video presentation. Once your video is on, I will switch my video off so that everybody will see you properly.
Can everyone see my screen?
Yeah. Okay, Siddharth. I'm muting my mic. All
Can
right.
everyone see me too?
Yes, yes, yes. I'm able to see your screen and your own self. Guru
Okay.
Prasanna, Sivya, are you watching
Yes, sir.
Siddharth? Okay.
Yes,
All right, all right. Okay, Siddharth, you can start.
Okay, sir. Hello, everyone. Today I will make a presentation on how to keep social media in your control. What is social media? Social media interaction technologies allow the creation, exchange of information, ideas, interests, and other forms of expression through virtual and network. It's pretty much where you talk with other people, share ideas, share other kind of things that you want to share with people, and even you can tweet your own life or let other people know what you're doing in your everyday life. Some negative effects of social media include low self-esteem, increased isolation, anxiety or depression, social anxiety disorder, fear of missing out, disrupted sleep patterns, decreased physical activity, poor work or school performance, which is the main one, ignoring real life relationships, and reduced ability to emphasize. For the fear of missing out, it's pretty much you want to know everything that's happening on social media so that you don't fear as though you're missing out or being left behind in some kind of thing. And everything else, it's like it pulls you back, doesn't let you go on with life. And it's all negative effects that you don't want. Otherwise, your life could become really difficult. Some famous social media platforms include Facebook, YouTube, WhatsApp, Facebook Messenger, Instagram, TikTok, Reddit, Snapchat, Twitter, and LinkedIn. YouTube has created they released a new beta version for short 15-second videos or clips for viewers who want to something quickly and go instead of watching a full 20-minute video. These are kind of the things that make people more addicted to YouTube or things like this and makes them more isolated from the real world. How do you know if you have a social media addiction? Some of them include negative effects to your job or schoolwork due to the overuse of social media. For example, scrolling through your apps at work instead of studying. Then increased use of social media during other activities such as hanging out with friends, families, or while eating. Increased reliance on social media as a way to cope with problems, meaning if something bad happens to your life, you just tweet it and ask help from online people and not your friends or people close to you. Restlessness or irritability when you're not using social media or close to your phone. So pretty much when you're far away from your phone, you're like, come on, when can I use the phone? When can I use it? Just give it to me. Like being irritable and restless. Then anger whenever social media usage is forcefully reduced for you. For example, if you were on social media for 1 hour before, it's been reduced to 45 minutes, then you get angry at the people whoever reduced it and you get cranky, angry, then you want it back no matter what. And lastly, thinking about social media whenever you aren't using it so much, that's the first thing you turn to whenever you have the opportunity. For example, if you have some free time, you immediately go to social media instead of drawing, doing some kind of art, or doing something better for your life. How can you help decrease social media use? Some things include deleting your social media apps from your smartphone. This is the main thing because the smartphone is easy to use and you can quickly reach to it and grab the social media. While you can still access them from your personal computer, keeping them off your phone may help decrease the amount of time spent on social media overall. Turn off your personal phone during work as well as school, meals, and recreational activities. You can also adjust the setting on each social media app so that you can turn off certain notifications. This helps a lot so that you don't get some kind of random dings or notification whenever you're at school or work. It's very distracting and it makes you lose focus. Set aside a certain amount of time dedicated to social media per day and turn on a timer to help keep you accountable or keep track of time. So every day you can just have like some set amount of time to be on social media and you can only use social media in that time. Every other time or every other time of the day, you have to do some other work that's good for you. You can leave your phone, tablet, or computer out of your bedroom each night. Because during the night, people want to reach and read through it for one final time. It's not really good. You can just leave it out of your bedroom and you won't be distracted on it, and you don't want to look at it the first thing in the morning. You can take up a new hobby that's not technology related. For example, sports, art, cooking classes, and more. These hobbies will help you distract from social media, and it'll be good for your health too, because you're learning something new. And finally, make it a point to see your families and friends in person whenever possible. Since we can't do that by COVID, we can't do that today and nowadays because of COVID. We can just FaceTime them and talk with them whenever possible. And some of the key takeaways from our presentation are social media is increasingly omnipresent today, but this doesn't mean you automatically develop an addiction to it. This means even though it's all around us, many people don't have addictions yet. That's why you should keep it that way and not use social media as much as you are. You can also take you can also be taking frequent breaks and setting clear boundaries for yourself. You can help prevent all an overall reliance on social media before it becomes harmful. So pretty much just reduce your screen time for social media and you won't be addicted to it. If you do suspect you have a social media addiction, there are ways you can treat it to increase your overall well-being. Don't hesitate to reach out to a mental health or professional for help with this kind of addiction because they know what to do and they'll get you out of that addiction. Thank you all for watching. And that is all.
Good job, Siddharth.
Thank you very much.
Well done,
Very well
sir.
done, Siddharth.
Thank you.
Okay, so now you can ask questions to Siddharth. Who is asking question? Okay, Darshan, the first question, yes.
So, Siddharth, first things first, it was a really good presentation. And I have a question. Have you ever experienced social media addiction? If yes, which app were you addicted towards?
For me, it wasn't exactly social media, but it was partly was because before during the summer breaks, almost every summer break, I get like a gaming addiction because of how much free time I have. And the game I play, it's multiplayer, so it's kind of like a social media. For that, I just like my parents forced me to do other things to get distracted so that I don't get to do that gaming for that long and get an addiction. And by the time school starts up again, I lose that addiction because I'm focused on school now.
Okay, so now Guru Prasanna, your question.
Yes, sir. Am I audible, sir?
Yeah.
Yes, sir. So, Siddharth, first of all, it was a nice presentation, Siddharth. I really enjoyed it. My question is about the screen time and the technology. Like past week, 1 week before, I did a presentation on screen time. Like while I was doing that, it's like many people would said that technology is been has been the main reason for a lot of screen time, and uh, uh, technology and social media are the effects of screen time. Like how many people are in social media means we could say like more than 90 percentage of people would surely have social media in these situations. That too, after COVID-19, many people have started to use social media for the school purposes, WhatsApp and Facebook for the school purposes also. So what do you think, like if at all COVID-19 comes back, is it necessary to use social media again like WhatsApp and Facebook, or we shall go with the normal face to face classes if at all Corona comes back also?
Well, if it does corona, if COVID-19 does come back, then social media is pretty much like entertainment for the people. They can't do anything outside. That's why they go to social media to give them entertainment, other kind of fun, or to learn new things. Because they can't go outside or play tennis or do things like that. So they watch people do them and they get enjoyment from them. So I would suggest that people go back in person, but many people will not will not go in person fearing corona, so they'll just stay home and take online classes or things like that. But at some point, because we have the vaccine now, they will like allow us to go in person. They might force us to go too. But yeah.
Right, that was a very extensive and intensive question by Guru Krishna. Well answered. Any other questions? Okay, Siddharth, will it be really possible for an youngster to keep completely away from social media? Because 2 months back, when one of the celebrities passed away because of heart attack, uh, one friend of that celebrity was very annoyed with the way the other people were passing the messages about his demise. And he was completely irritated and he was not kind of okay with how people have been behaving and reacting uh, on a subject matter of a person's demise. So he made an official statement. That's it, no more social media, I'm out of it. So he deactivated Twitter, he deactivated LinkedIn, Facebook, Insta, everything. And he did it on September 5th, 3 days after the celebrity died. Today is November 28th, and I'm not seeing him back again. So he's keeping his word. And I think he's one of the few successful people in this regard. So do you really think something of this sort is possible for today's youngsters?
Sure, I think it is possible, like if their parents really encourage them and force them to do it. Because I got on social media like a few months ago, but then I didn't really use it that much because the social media was on my mom's phone and not my own phone. So that didn't like it wasn't easy for me to get the social media, and I wasn't really addicted to it that much. I had to ask my mom's permission every time to use it. So that could be one way to like not get social media addiction, having it on your parents' phone and you can check whenever you want it at that time. Because that way your parents will know that you're on social media, and that way if you're on too much then your parents will yell at you, which will make you change eventually.
Okay, that's a nice answer. Fine, so good job, Siddharth. Very well done. Another nice presentation from you.
Thank you very much, sir.
Okay, we are seriously having a trouble of the uncertain rain hitting on the shield and it's making a lot of noise. Kindly bear with this. Now, it's Tanishwar who is going to make the video presentation. So Tanishwar, over to you.
Hi, everybody. Uh, Today I'm going to be making a presentation on global warming and climate change. So, global warming is a long term period in the Earth's climate system. And what it does is it heats the Earth up, and it's not a yearly thing, but it was it was observed since the pre-industrial period, which is 1850 and 1900. It's called the pre-industrial period because that's when during those years are when factories started being made and a lot of the industry started coming, and it's mainly due to human activities, so things like fossil fuel burning and factory emissions and factory waste. And if they don't get rid of the waste properly, then like what it does is it pollutes the environment. And things like fossil fuel mining and uh, factory emissions they have a they release carbon dioxide, and carbon dioxide is a heat trapping greenhouse gas. So what carbon dioxide does is it traps heat like it says in the name. So it keeps the heat in. So when these factory emissions are going up there, then you know that means when the sun hits the earth, and the earth will get the heat, and the carbon dioxide will like keep it in, and so it's going to be more warmer than it would normally be, and it is a long-term heating, and it is both it is also both human and natural produced warming, and but it's mostly human because like it hasn't changed like until like humans started doing things, and it is measured in average of the earth's global surface temperature. So since the pre-industrial period, the temperature was like the temperature went up 1 degrees Celsius, which is 1.8 degrees Fahrenheit, and that's about 0.2 degrees Celsius per decade. And so this is since 1850, and it may have been happening before that, but I think it's happening rapidly now because of more ways to harm the environment. And things like ocean pollution can also uh like trap in heat, because if something like an oil spill happens, then everything will be covered in oil, and then when the clouds evaporate it and it goes up, and it goes up, then that could also potentially pollute it, because it's not taking up water, it's taking up oil, and oil isn't good for the environment either. So that's that. And the next topic is climate change. So climate change and global warming, they're like both back to back. And climate change is also like the climate change isn't like about just warming. It is like weather patterns, and how the weather pattern has changed yearly. So just like global warming, the climate change, like the climate since like the climate like in this the previous century, it was caused by human activities like fossil fuel burning and uh factory emissions, and they increase heat trapping greenhouse gases, and it raises the earth's surface temperature. So these human produced temperature increases, it's referred to as global warming, and the the climate change is how that pattern changes. So as you like I said before, like when it changed about 1 degree Celsius from like 1850, like that would be like climate change. So to find out climate change, to find future and past fight climate change, they take observations like from everywhere. They take it from the ground, the air, and like space, and they also study the past and the present to and the and the future with satellites to find out how the climate will change, and it'll give a lot of climate change key indicators, and such as rising sea levels, ice loss at earth's poles, and mountain glaciers, and then and like a lot of like storms will also be frequent, such as hurricane, heat waves, wildfires, droughts, floods, and precipitation. And it could be cloudy, and it could also be vegetation to cover changes. So that is about climate change, and that's my presentation.
Great job, Tanashwar.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Tanishwar, you hear us?
Yes, sir.
Any questions for Tanishwar? Okay, I'll start off with my first question to Tanishwar. Tanishwar, why is it like your aspiration is always towards science topics? I think this is your fifth presentation, and in all the five presentations, you have been more attuned towards science topics. And what is the predominant reason for it?
I think I can explain I think I can explain science better than most other subjects because I've tried to do different presentations before, like but like I couldn't like find enough like reasons and like evidence and stuff. So you know, I think this was a. I think that's why I do science.
Right, that's fair enough. And my next question is, you see, the more advancements we have, the more calamities that we invite. Like for example, we saw the pandemic. We're still struggling to get over it. And right now, okay, take this particular environment, for example. It's the entire session is given with technology. Dakshin has phone, Kishore has phone, Ritan has phone. Everybody is connected with the internet, and you are speaking from oceans and oceans away. And Sibiayatan is here. Guru Prasanna is 55 kilometers away from here. But one heavy flood rain, like what we are having right now, will cancel everything. A power shutdown and an internet breakout will cancel everything. So, whatever the advancements we are going to have, nature will always be very, very superior. As a teenager and as an youngster, do you really think, is it an indicator to us or is it an alarm to us that we'll have to get back to nature? Or you think that this is how the world happens to be? We should adjust and we should go with the flow. Out of these two answers, which one do you think is right and why?
I think this is how the world should be, because like even if even if there are no environmental ruining things, then it doesn't affect if rain pours or not, or if storms happen or not. That's just nature, and you can't change that. So I would say this is how the world is meant to be.
Okay, that's a nice answer. Any other questions for anybody else? Group, you have a question? Right. Do you have any questions? Yeah.
So, first of all, it was an amazing presentation coming forward. My question to you is, have you taken any steps towards reducing global warming on a low level, like on a lower scale, like starting from your house? Have you did something which contributes in some way or the other to reduce global warming?
Uh, I guess I could say I I guess I could say that I throw the trash away in a proper area, because it's probably going to get burned somewhere, and that's going to affect it. When you burn, like, carbon dioxide will come out, so that could affect the environment too. So I guess.
Yeah, good job, Tanisha. You're saving the earth.
Thank
All
you.
right, very well done. Nice presentation. Good job.
Thank you.
Good job.
Thank you, sir and friends.
Very well done, Daneshwar.
Thank you.
Okay, now, as for our task sheet today, Siddharth finished his presentation, Tanishwar finished his presentation. And now it's coming down to the fresh blue chip boy of MS evening sessions. His name is Nanda Kishore, and I have told him that he can prepare a topic of his own and he has to speak about it. In a minute. Have you remembered? Yeah? And I don't mess for it. Right. Okay, so I had changed the camera angle, to accommodate the dice. But then the problem is if Nand Kishore speaks from there, and you people are here in this console. So because of the rain, you might not. So Nandakishore will make a presentation right here. Put your hands together, welcome him. Come on.
All the best now.
Everybody seeing Nandakishore, is he visible properly?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
ಇಲ್ಲ ಅವನು ಕೇಳಿ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಬರುತ್ತೆ ನಾರಾಯಣ ಇಲ್ಲದೆ ಕೇಳಿ ಅದು ಅವನಿಗೆ ಸುತ್ತವಾಗಿ ಹಾಂ ಸ್ಪೀಕ್
Hi everybody, I'm Anil. I'm going to speak.
எவ்வளோ வேணாலும் டைம் எடுத்துக்கோ எந்த ரஷ்ஷும் கிடையாது திஸ் இஸ் யுவர் ஃபர்ஸ்ட் எவர் ப்ரெசன்டேஷன் இந்த என்விரான்மெண்டல் கிரைசிஸை மீறி நீ ப்ரெசன்டேஷன் பண்ணிட்டீங்கன்னா இது ரொம்ப நல்ல விஷயம் நானும் பார்த்தாச்சு செஷன் ஆரம்பிக்கிறப்போ காலையிலேருந்து மழை பெய்யும் செஷன் ஆரம்பிக்கிறப்போ மட்டும்தான் மழை இது செலவு ஏதாவது டாபிக் மைண்டில் வச்சுருக்கா இது சரி ஓகே யோசிச்சு வந்தா இருக்கிறது ஸோ இனி செஷன் வரும்போது ஒரு நோட் புக் பென் பண்ண முடியும் அது நிறைய நோட்ஸ்லாம் இருக்குது இப்போ ப்ரிப்பரேஷன் பண்ணும்போது நோட்ஸ் சரி செஷனுக்கு இன்னும் டைம் இருக்கு இடையில எப்போ ஃபிளாஷ் ஆச்சுனாலும் இப்போ பேச வேண்டிய பேசணும் அப்படிங்கிற இன்டென்சிட்டி வரும்போது எனக்கு சொல்லுங்க அப்படி okay let's give it some time. Asutaman wanted to make the presentation but during the blackout power shutdown என்னன்னு தெரியல so he's absent today so we'll give some time for Nandakishore to make preparation. Siddharth and Tanishwar, they're going to be present only next week. Next week, Saturday or Friday? Siddharth, Tanishwar.
Saturday and Sunday, sir.
Saturday and Sunday, sir.
What brought you this Friday around? Was it a holiday? What was the reason?
Yeah.
First Thanksgiving break.
Oh, okay. Fine. So, Siddharth and Tanishwar, what you're supposed to do is, within Monday or Tuesday, perhaps, or Wednesday perhaps, just send a video clip. A calm, nice, enticed environment and prepare a video. Siddharth can speak about last key method and Tanishwar can speak about a particular therapy in relation with Uddham Singh. Because in the short film, although you both are not going to be part of the film, you will have to speak something. So I will add that during the moral description. So by Wednesday or Thursday, I will be busy with the editing. And with that time, if I get both of your clips, it will be easy for me to incorporate in the short film. So you will have to explain last key method in parlance and in relevance with Uddham Singh's case. Because you need to mention the name Uddham Singh. Otherwise, if you are just mentioning about the therapy, then it will be, all of a sudden, it will be out from the air and people who are watching will not be able to understand. So you catch my point? Can you do that in 2 days?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Tanishwar, what would you like to speak on?
I'm not sure.
Take a therapy or something?
Yeah,
Or,
I could do
and
that.
speak? Yeah, okay. Fine. Now, what is your next plan about this short film? Yesterday, we did something, you finished your script. So today, do you have anything to say? Do you have any plans on that? Roles fixation seems to be a little bit confusing. I saw in your text, there is no role for them to show. Yeah, we will have to prepare it. See, we might not be acting. The acting அப்படிங்கிறது பண்ண முடியுமாங்கிறது தெரியல. It's that will be very artificial. அதுக்கு location அது இதுன்னா இந்த schedule உட்கார்ந்து நம்ம பண்ண முடியும். We do it in a different way. Not from that, but we will do it in a different way. Sequence by sequence, ஒவ்வொருத்தரும் பேசணும். அப்படி நம்ம பண்ணலாம். Okay, so we'll spend some 5 or 10 minutes, and I'm giving that to Darshan. If he's wanting to add something about the unsung sing short film, you can do that. Otherwise, we will go for a very, very short and small activity, and we'll finish up. Because Ritan says he wants to leave early today, because he has an examination tomorrow, math examination. 6:45. So we have only 40 minutes left in our session. So, see, I'm looking for people because I was not waste time for. Wednesday, நாளைக்கு மழை இல்லைன்னா ஓபிடிக்கலாம். மழை இருந்துச்சுன்னா Wednesday. இல்லை, கரெக்டாக 5:15 it starts. என்ன பண்ணுறது தெரியும். Running ready after school. Right. So now there is going to be a small activity. It's going to be the 4 of you in the online form and the 3 of them in the direct form. So it's a kind of a discussion, and I will give you 3 statements. Please raise your hand if you are not able to listen to my voice, if it is not audible. Because I am trying really hard to shout beyond the rain's noise. So there are 3 statements I will be giving, and you have to take one statement out of the 3, and you need to speak for and against. So let us have it as a team activity, and the score that you have will be directly added to the CRS. Except for example, gambling. I would say gambling. American casino. License to gambling. You can speak for that and against that. Likewise, I will give 3 statements. So when the direct attendees are speaking for, online attendees should speak against, and vice versa. You 3 and they 4. You 3. Online versus direct. Siddharth Dhaneshwar Guru Prasanna Siddhi versus Nathikishwar Darshan Siddharth. Yeah. You look for any change?
Okay, all right.
Very good.
So think of that one.
Yeah. So the first topic, I will announce who is going to speak for and who is going to speak against. The topic goes like this. Type the topic goes like this.
Alright, Mr. Johnson.
Yeah. sure there are these also to begin the topic. The topic goes like this: the book knowledge. Schools and colleges, the book knowledge, the textbooks are really boon for the creativity of the children or ban for the creativity of the children. I repeat, the book knowledge or the book textbook learning system in schools and colleges are boon for creativity or ban for creativity. When I say boon, it's for. When I say ban, it's against. So, in this topic, direct entities will speak on the term ban. Online entities will speak on the term boon. That is, yes, textbooks are really good and it has to, it is really good for the students. That's what online team has to speak about, and direct team will speak against it. And discussion thread time for every topic is just 4 minutes. And after that, discussion change, topic change. Okay? Right? So which team starts? Team TRN or the NDR. Nothing sure the question with the RSTG or GTS. GTSC. They have put you to start, so you got to start.
Yes, sir.
Time starts now.
Okay.
We're doing the one for the boon or the ban. I
We're
missed that
doing
part.
boom. We're
We
doing
are doing
boom.
for boon.
Book knowledge is good because like you learn a lot of stuff from the book.
Uh, book knowledge helps you with your comprehension and improves common sense and communication and yeah.
But the book knowledge you
Okay.
can also
Yeah, go ahead, Siddharth.
okay, sir. So for the book knowledge, you can learn a lot of new things around the world that are happening right now, and you can learn a lot of new vocab words, that sentences that help you a lot and make you look better. And
And reading books are also what it also does is it can also improve the function of the brain. It makes your brain work more, and you'll get more brain cells, and it increases knowledge, and you'll get better concentration and stress reduction and other things, and vocabulary expansion.
just go to
Mm.
Sir, is it? I have one doubt, sir.
Ah,
Sir, is it? Are we doing like a debate, sir?
not debate. Debate once you say a point, there will be a counterpoint from your opponent. But here it is not like that. You are saying all your points first, and then they will say their points. It's not a debate.
Okay,
Switch
sir.
hat. So you are just wearing your hat and you are speaking, and they will wear their hat and speak. That's how it is.
Yes, sir. Shall I tell my point,
Yeah.
sir?
Yes.
Yes, sir. So greetings to another person here. So I am going to talk about the book, and the books gives us the knowledge, and books are important for us. So like as my co-teammate said, books improves our vocabulary a lot and will expand our vocabulary more than what we have. And if we have a good vocabulary, like we could be a public speaker by doing public speaker by becoming a public speaker. We could give ourselves a motivation, like a courage to speak in front of huge hall. And like it books gives us a lot of knowledge in us, knowledge is the greatest thing that we should have in this current scenario. And like books have the solutions for each and every problem in our life. In my opinion, I would say books have each and every solution because in each and every uh, in each and every story of the book gives a moral, and that moral it should surely be helpful for our own problems and own circumstances that we have occurred. And it also gives us the creative thinking and our imagination. We can imagine whatever we want if while reading a book. If we could imagine and visualize the things which comes into our mind after reading the book, like we can do improve our knowledge. We can have self confidence. We can have motivation. We could visualize. We could do lots of things by books. So I think books are the important.
Fantastic. Very nice. Good person. Good job. Sibiantan, would you like to give some points? Or I'll shift down to the direct candidates.
So he unmuted again, muted.
Yeah. Okay, so now you have been speaking in favor of the textbook knowledge. Now let us hear something against it. Three individuals who are trying to give some points at others. So, since the display was near the laptop, you stay close. You've done the proper lighting, and they will also be able to see them. All right, so Dr. Siddharth is going to start. Nathan is going to start. First, I would appreciate it. I mean, switch had என்ன பேசணும்னா அதை appreciate பண்ணிட்டு அதுக்கு டிபேட்டுக்கு ஆப்போசிட். இட்ஸ் நாட் டிபேட். அவன் ஒப்பீனியன்ஸ் எல்லாத்துக்கும் வெவ்வேறு மாதிரி இருக்கும். அவன் ஒப்பீனியன்ஸ் இருக்கா, நீ உங்களோட ஒப்பீனியன்ஸ் இருக்கு. ஆனால் அந்த ஒப்பீனியனை பேச சொன்னது நான் தான். பட் இட்ஸ் நாட் தேர் ஒப்பீனியன். பட் இட் வாஸ் வெரி டஃப் ஃபார் தம் பிகாஸ் தே வாண்ட் டு ஸ்பீக். ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ் எந்த ஸ்டூடெண்ட் பற்றினாலும் புக்காக தான் சொல்லுவோம். அதான் அவன் பேச சொல்லியிருக்கான். பட் ஐ ஹவ் புட் ஹிம் இன் டிஃப்ரெண்ட். ஸோ அப்ரிஷியேட் அண்ட் தென் யூ கேன் டு
So first of all, thank you everyone for giving your own opinion on reading books. I mean, the books which is given by schools are really good, and many of you have told a lot of points that increases brain cells and general knowledge and a lot of things. So thank you for that. And now I would like to share my point against it. And now I would like to start. So my first point is whatever school is giving, we are the only persons who are going to get new books and get new knowledge. Not like, if for example, you're taking a book and they'll just give a small introduction, they'll just give you a book. Nowadays, teachers just telling us to just go through the internet and just search that whatever you need to just come in there. And nowadays, there is a lot of new books that particular authors, and they are giving a lot of information like, from the starting, from the basic to all of the things. It's all in the books. And if you need any ideas what to read or anything, anything like that, I could ask Anandan sir. And in this YouTube channel, there is a lot of new books and information about that. And I really
யூடியூப் சேனல் வீடியோ தானே
sir, that's books பத்தி. Both the books you told a lot.
நான் மூணே மூணு புக்கு பற்றி கொண்டு தான் பேசுகிறேன்.
நான் எல்லாமே ரொம்ப இம்பார்ட்டன்டா இருக்கு.
Books are YouTube channel many books.
There are many books and videos, and that's my point. And now I like to give the opportunity to my colleague.
So thank you, sir. Firstly, well done team. Your opinions are really valid. And now I'd like to put forward my opinion. Now the topic is the the topic is not about whether book knowledge is good or not. The topic is whether book knowledge is good as far as creativity is concerned. And I strongly reckon that book knowledge alone is against the creativity of an individual, especially students, because book knowledge imposes something which is already proven or which is already being stated by someone else, or maybe an individual or an authority, whatever it is. It's about something which already exists and is already proven. But creativity is not about something which already exists. It's about giving birth to something new, and a student or an individual has to apply his or her own intellect to give birth to those new ideologies. That's what creativity is. And imposing book knowledge alone on children will not bolster their creativity skills. Yes, maybe they can get good marks in their examinations, but the creativity won't be bolstered by book knowledge alone. That's why people who solely rely on bookish knowledge, they fail at stages where they require creativity, and hence they are not paid as much as people who are creative. For instance, most successful people that you see around are those who have good creativity, who have the capability to think more than an average human of their age would do. Like an average person with bookish knowledge alone cannot think as deep as creative people do. That's why they are very, successful. But since every great person that you look around, maybe you can read through the pages of history, you'll find lots of people, Einstein, Dr. all of them had great creativity. That's why they ventured beyond the realms of possibilities and they discovered many new ideas and possibilities. And I think in order to do that, bookish knowledge alone is not sufficient, and you need to be more practical. I think the more practical you are, the better practical knowledge you have, the more creative you will be. So I'd like to conclude by stating that bookish knowledge alone will not help you to develop your creativity. You need practical knowledge. Okay. Now,
Speak.
is your opinion?
Okay, if Nand Kishore is not able to present, we will do a game. So the game goes like this. I'll ask a question to Nand Kishore regarding this topic, and he will answer. So, once again, give me a moment. So I'll ask Nand Kishore a question, and for each answer he gives, I will keep one cup. Okay? Let's say if Dakshin Siddharth feels that the answer is good, then Dakshin says, my money on it. What is it? My money on it. So when he says my money on it, it means, okay, whatever answer he said is right. So then I'll put one coin on the cup. Or say inside the cup rather. Written says, my money is not on it. It means he's not approving. So likewise for every answer he gives, a cup will be opened and we are quickly going to get whether your money is on it or not. So the sequence goes like this. First Dakshin written and then you people. So you will see. And eventually after all these cups, 12 cups are there. After all these cups are stacked, let's see how much score Nand Kishore is getting. You got to be very honest. சொன்ன ஆன்சர் உங்களுக்கு லைஃப்ல இருந்துச்சுன்னா நீங்க இது எல்லாத்தையும் பண்ணிக்கோ எவ்வளவு ஸ்கோர் இருக்கீங்களோ.
Sir, we should ask in this topic alone, sir.
இல்ல, in order to make him feel special, ரொம்ப ஸ்பெஷலான ஒரு கைண்டா Nand Kishore இருக்கிறதுனால I'll ask any question. ஆனா இந்த டாபிக்ல I mean there will be questions from this topic also.
Yes, sir.
Okay? First question. Kishore, tell me, do you really agree upon the points that your friends said? Like Darshan Siddharth mentioned, it enhances creativity. Ratan mentioned, you have to be a voracious reader and you have to go and read a lot of books. Do you agree with that point? Why do you agree with that point? Who are all putting money on this? Dakshin 1, Ratan 2. Dakshin 1, Ratan 2. Guru Prasanna 3, Siddharth 4. All right. Next question. Thank you guys. Lower your hands, please. Next question. Tell me one book that was very interesting for you, or it doesn't necessarily mean that you might have read it. You might have heard it. You might have heard somebody else has read about it and made some good remarks about it. What was the book? Sure. Oh, so that book is another. How many money on this? Darshan Siddharth 1, Ratan 2, Guru Prasanna 3, Siddharth 4. Again a 4. Danish got 5. 3, 4, 5. So you also have some questions in mind. The next cups will be yours. Anybody? I would like to present the third question. So the next one is the third question. So இப்போ நீ சொல்ற இந்த விஷயங்கள் எல்லாமே தமிழ்ல சொல்ற, இங்கிலீஷ்ல இதே மாதிரி பேசுறதுக்கு எத்தனை நாள் எடுக்கணும்னு உங்க மைண்ட் நினைக்கிறீங்க? கிராமர் மிஸ்டேக் இங்கே ஒரு பிரச்சனை இருக்கு. கிராமர் மிஸ்டேக் இதுதான் பரவாயில்லன்னு நீ பேசுறதுக்கு பர்மிஷன் கொடுத்தா கொஞ்சம் மாறும். சரி சரி ரைட். அப்போ அதை வந்து இன்னும் கொஞ்சம் காம்ப்ளிமெண்ட் பண்ணி நீ இங்கிலீஷ்ல பேசுற மாதிரி ஒரு ஸ்டேட்டுக்கு வர்றதுக்கு எக்ஸசைசஸ் நான் கொடுக்குறேன். பட் எல்லாத்துக்கும் மேல மருந்துங்கிற டாக்டர் கொடுக்கலாம். பட் எனக்கு சரியாகுங்கிற விருப்பம் பேஷண்ட் இருக்கீங்க. அந்த மாதிரி how many days? Okay, so that's sounding very confident. Your money is on it. One. Siddharth, Nitish, Guru Prasanna, Siddharth Sarana Kumar. Okay, all right. Now, let's go for the next question. Anybody has got any question for the fourth cup? Siddharth, you have a question?
No, sir. I was just talking before. Sorry, sir.
Okay, so fine. So there are two questions. We'll go with the fourth question.
Sir, I do have questions, sir.
All right, Guru. Next. Yeah.
The first thing you came the order, the sudden thought, the first thing
What was the sudden reaction? Now, English patient came. So what Ratan is asking is, what was your first reaction when you came and visited this hall and your field? That's an interesting question.
Suddenly, you were talking and people I got different things. But
Now the motivation speech. Okay. Right. Okay. Fine. So, money. With the Nitish, Dakshin, Siddharth.
Sir, what did
Yes.
that I'm told, sir? I wasn't able to hear it properly.
Ritan asked a question. What was his first reaction once he got into this hall? For that, Nandakishore said he was expecting that one day a motivation session would be going on and students will be taking notes and all that. But
Yes.
here what happened was, I was speaking, you people were speaking with me, it was very interactive and it was strange and interesting and surprising to see sports items here and there. My mind was in the opposite. So he says in a good way he felt very good. That's what he said.
Yes, sir.
All right. So we'll ask Guru to. So now Guru Prasanna and then Dakshin Siddharth. Guru.
Yes, sir. So, my question is that like when yesterday everyone told the topics why did your mind went into the ambition topic and what was the reason behind it?
That topic one is very easy. Now gradually you see speaking in English. So why don't you appreciate him by giving a good hand? Right. So he honestly confesses that that was a topic that was very easy, and for the other things he felt very, very tough. Who is giving money on it? Ritan Nitish, Dakshin Siddharth, Guru Prasanna himself, Siddharth Sarana Kumar, Taneshwar. Okay, all right, fine. So now, Dakshin Siddharth is asking a question and he is representing this customer.
So, now, look at your answer. What is your, how do you expect this section to be like? When you came in, you might have some thoughts on how you might change after these sessions. So, while you're, let's say, going off of the session, how do you expect it to be?
You got the questions, boys?
No, sir, it was too.
If it is not audible, no.
So, Guru, I asked him, how does he expect himself to change after the session?
Yes, now I understood. Now, please speak loudly. I wasn't able to hear it properly. Everyone's voice.
Okay.
Sir, not crying, sir. It was too low, sir. Too feeble, sir. So that I asked.
Yeah. You are not crying, you are weeping. So,
Guru, if we are not audible, you just come here right now. It is just 55 kilometers only.
55, 35.
Or you can say it out loud before the question comes.
Yeah.
Or you can buy Microsoft or Skype and you just
Ratan, I
Okay,
could
Lok
come,
Sabha.
Ratan, but it's so difficult, Ratan.
It's not difficult.
Yes, sir. Tomorrow I have school, no? I should go to school.
Chilla.
Yes.
That's right. Technically speaking, this is true.
Sir.
Okay, Guru Prasanna, I understood what you are raising the voice for. I'm just giving him the comfortable level to speak in his own way. What he's saying is, கொஞ்சம் டஃபா தான் தெரியுது ஏன்னா தொடர்ந்து ஒரு டாபிக்கை பத்தி பேசுறது அப்படிங்கிறது I think it is a very tough proposition for me personally. Maybe for the other people it's easy. So I think I will take a little bit of more time அப்படின்றது his answer.
Yes.
Right? Guru? Okay.
Yes.
Money. Ritan, Dakshin, Guru Prasanna. Yep, okay. Right. Who is next question? Ritan Nitish again. Okay, Guru. Will you give it to Guru? Okay, Guru Prasanna, you can ask your question. Your cup is waiting.
Yes, sir. So, Anna, like my question is that like everyone will be having some like genre of books and stories they like, na. Like I myself like short stories, na, and like my friends would like comics, self-help books and all I read. Now, what book do you like the most? Now, what type of book do you like the most?
Basically, he does not have the habit of reading any books, and he also says instead of reading books, he has got the inclination of watching the documentaries and stuff. So he's not reading books. Maybe we will make him understand gradually that book reading is one of the important substances for raising his communication skills.
Yes, sir.
I would like to
Sir,
say, yeah. Please. So.
yes, sir. Sir, if at all Nandakishwarana did not read books, sir. Like what type of movies he likes the most, sir?
Tamil movies. So please understand that he has been spending a lot of time in hostel. So that is where hostel இருந்தனாலதான் நல்ல கூட்டாளி அவங்க கூட இல்லாதனாலதான் அவங்க புக் ரீடிங் அந்த மாதிரி முக்கியமான விஷயங்களை செய்யறது. ஸோ இது வந்து நம்ம கண்டிருந்த உண்மை.
அதனால புக் டைம் இருக்காது சார். நைட் படுறது பார்த்தீங்கன்னா டென்த்தான அவர்கிட்ட படி சொல்லுவாங்க. நான் செக்ஷன்ல பார்த்தீங்கன்னா நம்மளுக்கு புக்கு ஸ்கூல் புக்கு தான் படிக்க சொல்லுவாங்க. ஸ்கூல் புக்கு தான் எப்படி படிக்க.
Okay, he has given a candid answer. Money. Guru Prasanna, Dakshin Siddharth, Ritan Nitish. Siddharth Sarvakumar. Now Ritan wanted to ask a question. So Ritan Nitish.
I was very curious to know this. So I started was telling me to speak. At that time, what was on the stage, I was saying that I speak about something and you are like thinking of the topic to speak. So like any other thoughts like
Feeling. He's asking about feeling or thoughts, instantaneous thoughts.
போய் நைட்டு படுக்கும்போது நான் பேசினேன். இப்போ வரும்போது யோசிச்சே வந்து தெரியாது பேசினா நிறைய மாற்றிக்கணும். வந்ததே எல்லாரும்
Okay, we will work on that. அதுதான் நம்ம வேலையை அதுக்கு நம்ம ஒர்க் பண்ணணும். You're putting money on this answer?
Sir, repeat both question and answer, sir.
Repeat both questions.
thank you for the opportunity, Guru. So my question was when Anna came, sir called him to the stage and asked him to speak, and he wasn't able to speak because of the idea. He didn't have the idea, so that the sudden feeling at that time. So that was my question, and his answer was he was willing to speak, but when he came here, like switched off. So because of some collapsed and because of some reason he wasn't able to speak. So that's the question and answer. And thank you for asking.
Okay, Ratan. Thank you.
Your question. Guru Prasanna, your money has already been added. Now, Dakshin Siddharth is asking the question, and this is actually question number 9. Siddharth, do you have a question?
No, sir.
Oh, so you are giving the appreciation. Fine, add it.
Yes, sir.
Dakshin is asking the question now.
So this won't be too much here because it's about some personal thing. Like, if you had a chance to visit any country of yours that you country which you like, apart from it, maybe within India.
Family. Okay. In place, specific places, what is that? So he says he wants to go outside the country, but he hasn't made a certain decision about which country he wants to go to. But a very important point is, if at all he goes, he wants to take the entire family. He wants to take his cousin, both from the maternal and paternal side. Like mom, the cousins from the mom's family, cousins from the dad's family. So everybody joining together, and he wants to make a visit to other country. That's a very good thought, harmonious thought of involving the family members. That's his answer. Now, who are all giving money on this? Dakshin, Ritan, Guru, Tanishwar, and Siddharth. All five. Good job. Okay, right. One last question. The 10th question. Who is asking? Tanishwar, Siddharth, you have a question?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so Siddharth, the cup is deputed to you. Go.
Okay. So what do you do in your free time when you have like no studying to do or nothing to do?
He will watch either movies or he will spend time on phone. But when he watches movies, he makes sure that he sits along with his family members and watches. That's the answer for your question, Siddharth. Are you putting the money on this?
Yes, sir.
Guru, Siddharth, Dakshin, and Ratan. Tanishwar, you raised hand earlier. Okay, Tanishwar. You raised hand earlier. You're having any questions?
Yeah, I have a question now.
Yeah, okay, go for it. 11th question.
What is your favorite holiday?
Which is your favorite holiday? Says Diwali, and why? Tanishwar, he says Diwali, and the reason for cherishing such a festival is the togetherness of the family. And almost in 4 or 5 questions, he has involved family. So that's the answer for your question. Are you putting money on this, Tanishwar? Dakshin, Ritin, Tanishwar, Guru Prasanna, Siddharth. Okay, thank you so much for your contribution of questions. You learned and you made Nandakishore also learned. Now Darshan had written how many points he has earned. +25 plus 21, 46 exact questions. 46 minutes in 11 questions. Good job.
Very well done, Anna.
Great
Sir, I
job.
was impressed with this ninth answer only, sir. When Dakshana asked,
That is where you want to go. Travel,
yes,
right?
sir.
Why do you find it so impressive?
Sir, because sir, in the questions when Nandishwar Anna brings his family, sir, like he told he'll see movies with his family, like he would enjoy the festival with his family, sir. But that like every people will do, sir. Like, but going like taking the family to other countries something which rarely happens in our countries.
Okay, that's right. Right? That's a good school of thought from you, Professor. Very nice. Check. So, today what you did, you put the 46 merits for 11 questions, and the merits were given by your own friends. What do you understand in this? So, இப்போ இத்தனை கொஸ்டின்ஸ்க்கு ஆன்சர் பண்ணோம் நீ ஏன் ஃபீல் பண்ணுங்க 46 மார்க் வாங்கியிருக்க and it's a good score. What do you feel about it?
ஆல்மோஸ்ட் அதெல்லாம் உண்மை. நம்ம என்ன சொன்னாலும் உங்களுக்கு
You want it? Okay.
என்ன சொன்னாலும் உங்களுக்கு கை கொடுக்கல. அது இல்லாம எனக்கு மோட்டிவேட் பண்ண மாதிரி இருந்துச்சு.
Okay.
சார்
அப்படிங்கிற ஃபீலிங் கிடைச்சது. So, ஆன்சர் சொல்லலாம். ஆன்சர் அப்படிங்கிற அந்த பேரந்தசிஸ் இருந்து பிரசன்டேஷன் பண்ண போறேங்கிற அந்த கான்ஃபிடன்ஸ் வர வரைக்கும் இருக்கும். இவங்க கொஸ்டின்ஸ் கேட்டே இருப்பாங்க, நான் கொஸ்டின்ஸ் கேட்கணும். இவங்க கொஸ்டின்ஸ் கேட்டே இருப்பாங்க, நீ பதில் சொல்லிட்டே இருக்க. சிஆர்எஸ் அப்படின்னு ஒன்று இருக்கு, கிரெடிட் ரைட்டிங் சிஸ்டம். அது எல்லாத்தோடைய நேமும் இருக்கு. சித்தார்த் தானேஸ்வருக்கு தனி சிஆர்எஸ், இந்தியன் பேட்ச்க்கு தனி சிஆர்எஸ். ஸோ இன்னையோட உன்னுடைய பேரும் அது ஆட் ஆகுது. நீ இதில் வாங்குற மார்க் அதில் ஆட் ஆகும். பட் இந்த கொஸ்டின்ஸுக்கு வந்துட்டு நீ வாங்குற மார்க் வந்து அதை ஆட் ஆகிறது கியூமுலேட்டிவாக ரொம்ப கம்மியாக தான் இருக்கும். இன்னைக்கு சித்தார்த் தானேஸ்வர் they made a presentation. 15 marks to be added. சித்தார்த்தோட நேமையும் இது பிகாஸ் பாடி லாங்குவேஜ் எப்படி இருக்குன்னு தெரிஞ்சுக்கிறதுக்காக both Siddharth and Tanishwar did video presentations. So it is similar to the DICE presentation that Darshan will be doing in that. So they get 15 marks from today, this session alone. But presentation illama the questions and answer அப்படிங்கறப்ப வந்துட்டு you will get only 6.5. Right? So each time when you are making the questions and answers 6.5 only. So அதை 15 கன்வெர்ட் பண்றதுக்கு நீ முயற்சி பண்ணணும். நான் ஃபோர்ஸே பண்ணுவேன். நீயா சொன்னப்போ பட் இன்னைக்கு பிரசன்டேஷன் பண்ணியிருந்தா கூட இவ்வளோ நேரம் நீ பேசிருக்க மாட்டேன். பட் இந்த exercise மூலிமா you have been speaking for almost about say 22 minutes. That's what it is. Okay, so we are coming to almost the close of the session because he has a math examination tomorrow and he wants to leave. So 6:45 he said he wants to leave. Now the time is exactly 6:45 and I have asked Darshan's mom to come as well. So Darshan's mom will be coming up and Kishore has got his own bike and incidentally the rain has stopped, so he has to travel by a bike. So I think it's the best time to leave a non-motorbike for this monkey and motorbike for Nandakishore. No motorbike for Nandakishore. So, any questions before we call it a day?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Guru Prasanna,
Yes, sir.
Dakshin and Ritan have asked for a OBT tomorrow. If it is not raining, we will have the OBT. But
Why not?
OBT cancelled. Last minute. No plan. Tuesday exam, ECN exam, Monday Okay, then we are meeting only on Wednesday.
Yes.
There. Dakshin Siddharth, we have a work. 2 days time are there for Nandakishore, Monday and Tuesday. So the 2 days, ஏதாவது ஒரு டைம் மீட்டிங் பண்ணி ஒரு வீடியோ பார்த்து அந்த வீடியோ பத்தி பிரசன்டேஷன் பண்ணணும்னு அவசியம் இல்லை. இந்த வீடியோ பத்தி நான் என்ன நினைக்கிறேன் அப்படின்னு he has to say. அது தன்னுடைய கம்யூனிகேஷன் இம்ப்ரூவ் பண்ற மாதிரி இருக்கும். நல்ல ஒரு லேர்னிங் கிளாஸ் மாதிரி இருக்கும். எந்த வீடியோ இப்ப நீ
எந்த வீடியோ
அவுட் ஆஃப் மை வீடியோ ஆன்சர்ஸ்
நான் யூடியூப்ல ரிலீஸ் பண்ணுவேன்.
Guru Prasanna and the Dakshin Siddharth will have to give 2 choices of video that Nandakishore has to watch. The video renal ekona paathukalam. Paathu notes edukkom. Kandipa notebook kondu varum. And the notes eduthu vandu and the video patti enna nenikirenga.
Sir, how many choices we could give, sir?
ஒரே நிமிஷம்.
அதுக்கு கண்டெக்ட் பண்ணி
சும்மா உன்னுடைய புரிதல், your understanding, not a formal presentation. Presentation நான் இப்ப சொன்ன மாதிரி சார் நான் presentation பண்றேன்னு நீ சொல்ற வரைக்கும் நான் சொல்லுவேன். ஆனா நீ சீக்கிரம் சொல்லுவேன். அடுத்த வாரத்தை கூட சொல்லணும். Guru, maximum you can give 2, Dakshin can give 2, and you will choose one among the 4.
Okay, sir.
Sir, how to control your fears and anxiety?
How to control your fear and anxiety? Show me the video. Right. Rather Dakshin, negative.
No, it was the second.
Dakshin Siddharth has suggested. Dakshin Siddharth, negative thinking first one.
Yes.
Dakshin Siddharth has suggested about negative thinking. That video has already been sent. Guru Prasanna, now your choice.
Yes, sir. Sir, my choice, my first choice, I'll give silver mind control manifestation method, sir.
Okay?
Sir, because it's easy to understand also, sir. I thought I give
Yes.
that. Sir, the other thing, sir, it's about vision board, sir. I don't know I don't know where's the video, sir. But before I come, sir, you had did that video, sir. Like Mirubashni Akka in vision board I saw, sir. So I thought of giving this, the video for him.
Oh, fine. Vision board, yeah. Maybe we can make a separate new video for vision board. But Silva manifestation on the video where Nandakishore WhatsApp near link anuchu. Guru Prasanna.
Private, sir.
இல்ல குரூப்ல போட்டா சரி. குரூப்ல போட்டு நந்தகிஷோரை மென்ஷன் பண்ணி.
Yes, sir.
ரெண்டு வீடியோ இருக்கு. Let's go slow. Guru Prasanna கொடுத்த வீடியோ வந்து ஒரு psychological exercise. It's called as manifestation exercise. One of my godfathers, Fosil Silva அப்படிங்கிறது நான் காலேஜ் படிக்கும்போது Dakshin Siddharth உனக்கு கொடுத்துருக்கிறது வந்து நெகட்டிவ் திங்கிங் அப்படிங்கிறது காக்னிட்டிவ் பிஹேவியர் தெரபி ஒரு சைக்காலஜி கான்செப்ட். இன்ஜினியரிங் காலேஜ் ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸுக்கு நான் ஒரு ஒர்க் ஷாப் கண்டக்ட் பண்ணும்போது அது ரொம்ப எஃபெக்டிவாக இருக்கும். 1 to 1 உங்களுக்கு பேசணும். ஸோ இந்த 2 வீடியோ நீங்கள் கிடைக்கும். நீ கொடுக்குற ஃபீல் fees. You allow for the fees, you allow for the fees. That's negative. Negative. No, 15 minutes. Chapter. This Guru Prasana Sona video on 10 minutes, 9 minutes. Okay, so Siddharth Tanishwar, I have given you the work. You people have to send the video. Okay?
Okay, sir.
Okay, sir. So I have to make a presentation make and report it about the lost key method.
Yeah, correct. Because during the short film discussion, it was you who suggested Dasky method, so I thought it would be optimum if you speak about that.
And
Okay,
do
sir.
I do the therapy for?
See, Dhaneshwar, I'm not mandatorily compelling you to speak about a therapy, but maybe your thought, some random thoughts or some constructive thoughts you would like to contribute in that movie for the character of themselves. That's fine.
Okay, sir.
All right. So, Guru Prasad, do you have any questions?
Sir, sorry. Shall I also make video, sir? I should also make video, no, sir?
Video? Yeah, you can.
Yes,
You
sir.
should. நான் ஏன் உனக்கு சொல்லன்னு சொல்லி கேட்டா we are meeting on Wednesday, yeah.
Okay, sir.
So, but Tanishwar and Siddharth will be meeting only on Saturday. But for you, you will have a little bit bigger role to play. That we will discuss on Wednesday, right?
Yes,
During the
sir.
shooting, we'll discuss. Oh, right. Video part. Okay, so he's asking for 1 minute for his presentation. So we shall give it to him and let us listen to the first hour presentation.
Yes, sir.
Okay, he's making presentation.
All the best.
Both Siddharth and Dhaneshwar can also understand Tamil. So,
Hi everyone, good evening. I'm Nandakishwar and this is my first presentation. And my topic is I am as a CA or I am as a businessman or I am the part of my father's business. In this I choose that I am as a CA because of two things. Because I think that I should stand in my own leg. Another thing is my father has come from the minister and now he reached as a part of a business. If I interfere in his business, there will be some problems related. And for example, if there is problem in my father's business, if I want to take a decision, I want to ask my father and he has to say, and after that only I can solve the problem. If I am a owner of the business, I can take a decision at the fraction of a second. So that I think that I should be standing my own leg and I choose that I should be become a CA.
beautiful. Beautiful.
Very well done, ma'am.
Great job.
Your money, okay. Right, good job. I really appreciate Nandakishwar for speaking up. It's not easy. He has taken the stance and collected himself, and the theory he has given about standing in his own leg was a wonderful concept. Now, this is the final over. Another time with that. The question is answered, you have to season and give it to the form. Very well. Right, so that's the end of the fulfilling session, and we will meet on Wednesday, which is our scheduled time. Siddharth and Dhaneshwar, meet you on Saturday. Till then, do your therapies and follow your bylaws. Remember the CRS spreadsheet. Expect great things and do strong. Siddharth, Daneshwar, Gurprasanam, and Surya. Bye. See you guys.
Bye,
Bye.
sir. Bye, everyone.
Okay,
You
sir.
can
Bye,
stay.
Bye,
sir.
Thanks for
sir.
listening.
Bye, everyone. Keep staying strong.
You shall live strong. Thank you. Bye. Bye.